We are on.
All right, third quarter, Doc and GM NBA recap show. As we mentioned at the top of the show, usually we do the third quarter news you can use. So there's some slight rumbling, not so much rumblings, but happenings going around the league. There was some information about the John Wall situation in the nation's capital. You said
John Wall. The Wizards have applied for the disabled player exception for John Wall. So, as he heals from his surgery on his left heel, the Wizards have applied for the $8.6 million disabled player exception so they could possibly sign somebody, have that amount of money to sign somebody to replace him in the interim since he's unavailable. But word on the street is that the league is not likely to grant that for some reason.
yeah.
But even if they did, who could they really get that's going to help? So then there's that.
News you can maybe not use, but it's news nonetheless.
There's news. Yeah, that part.
All
Yeah, I
right.
told you it was news more so than used.
All right. You said, matter of fact, I saw this earlier that the Knicks and the Kings,
Yeah.
I think, are in, if nothing else, secret
Yeah,
trade talks.
they're trying to swap out Enes Kanter for Zach Randolph. Is what they're trying to do. No one knows why. Well, it's a money thing. Zach's not playing in Sacramento. Sacramento's actually playing well. You know, they're hovering around that 500 mark in the West. Been in the playoff picture most of the year, pretty much, right? But Zach hasn't been playing at all, and it's the last year on his contract, and I think they're trying to swap Enes Kanter and get him out of there and get him off the books, and I guess get all that money off the books because then Zach would come off at the end of this year. So, yeah, Knicks aren't trying to win anyway.
All right. So, yeah, no, same thing with that. There's basically, if actually, though, if the King, I'll take that back. If the Kings got Cantor, they'd probably play him because they're definitely not playing Zach.
And Kanter's not bad. He's not a bad player.
Yeah, nah, he's not that player. So then there was news that there was a second team meeting in Boston, right?
Well, not so much. Well, yeah, there was, but that was a while ago when they had that meeting. But apparently they credit having that meeting to their recent success in changing the kind of culture and the vibe around them. That's when they started winning. I believe they started the season, their first 20 games at 10-10. Second 20, they ended up going 15-5. And at some point, after a 2 or 3 game skid, they had that team meeting. And, you know, they talked to Kyrie about it, and he says, yeah, he feels that was a turning point because they really cleared the air. And I just thought that was funny to see because hardly ever are those team meetings like good things. Like usually when you hear about a team having a team meeting, it's because it's absolutely turmoil and it's just nothing going well. But this is one of those times where they feel like that was actually a turning point. So shout out to them, I guess.
Yeah, they had a same thing. They've been up and down. That when Kyrie made that statement, it was they had won 7 of 9 during that time, but I think since then they've lost 2 of 3, and so and again, as I mentioned, he and Hayward seem to have words. Hayward was kind of downplaying it, but Kyrie was visibly upset. It looked as though when they drew the play up to end it, to try to win or tie the game at the end, that Kyrie wasn't in the blueprint. Because at the start of the set, there was only 2 seconds to go in the game, and he was on the opposite side of the timeline, and it was a Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum kind of 2-man game situation. So we'll see if Kyrie is giving that same credit to that team meeting in the next 2 or 3 games. So we'll see.
Yeah, true story. It's
Right.
definitely fluid,
Mm-hmm.
but that was funny to see.
All right, so you were telling me that, or everybody knows that the beard is still viciously hot.
Yeah, he's killing it still, man. I don't know if it's too much else to say out of that, other than that, is that he's just been on a strong tear.
Yeah, no, he's a scoring machine, and he's carrying that team. They were, as we mentioned in the first quarter, not in the playoff picture
Right.
6-7 weeks ago, but they are thoroughly in the playoff picture right now. He Harden has cementing himself as in the conversation with the Player of the Year. He's already mentioned that he wants to be Player of the Year, which I think he's already got one of those, and that's a low-hanging fruit.
Is he your MVP right now?
No, not. Because again, they're number 5, and so no, my MVP. Go ahead.
I guess I was gonna say, so if he got them up to number 1, he might end up there, but that's about all it would take.
No, that's like if was a 5th, we'd all have a nice little buzz on us right now. So I'm not even gonna go there.
You're not gonna entertain it.
No, I'm going on what's going on right now. I at the quarter mark, we had given our MVP candidates, and I'm gonna stick with who it is. Kawhi Leonard. Playing lights out ball, steady as she goes, with the best record in the league. Now, is it flashy? Is it does it sell on Madison Avenue? Not often, but I fly a little different course than a lot of birds. So no, not James Harden. Can he score? Yes, he can score, but that ain't everything. Can he play defense? Can he score efficiently? The answer to those are questionable at best. So
one of them is a no.
You don't ask those questions about Giannis. You don't ask those questions about Kawhi Leonard. So no, Paul George, same way. No, can Harden score? Yes, he can. Can he make amazing shots? Yes, he can. Does he make the young kids want to pop their chest like he does and mix it up? Yes. But is he my MVP? No. All right. Is he your MVP? I guess that's why you asked me, maybe.
No, he's not. But
okay.
Yeah, I'm still with Giannis, and yeah, that's it.
That wouldn't be my MVP. All right. So Clay's been hot. Clay's been ultra hot. I think he's had two. He's had not a non-Clay type season, but in the last couple of games, last 2 or 3 games, he's kind of found his form. He had a crazy game against the Knicks where he scored, 43 points, I think it was?
43 points, yes. 7 3-pointers, yeah. 4 dribbles.
Right. That's more Clay-like.
Yeah.
But then I think he lit the Bulls up.
He did.
A couple nights after that.
He did.
So that was I'm sure.
See, stuff like that. Like Golden State have been doing what they've been doing, and he hasn't even been playing very well necessarily. So, yeah, God bless the league once they get a groove.
So. We'll see. I mean, most agree. And everybody. I can't remember if I had. I know I had them in San Antonio. Them and San Antonio. Kawhi Leonard's team, the Raptors, in the finals.
Right.
I don't know if I was gutsy enough to say. I can't remember. I have to listen to the first show, but there's some teams that think that they can upset them. Those teams are probably more delusional than.
Well, you got to believe it to achieve it. So I'm not mad at them, and they can. But it won't be easy, needless to say. And those guys are gonna have to just be bad, like awful.
Yeah, it would definitely be an uphill battle for whomever dared to stand in front of the great and mighty.
He said dared.
Golden State Warriors for a 7-game duel. But there's some gutsy people out there. Harden's one of them.
Yes, he is.
We'll have to see if
LBJ.
Another, yeah, it could be because they could be a 1-8 or 2-7, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. We'll see. So, any other news before we get out of here on this quarter?
Do I have any other news? I don't think I have any other news. Do you have any news?
Well, there was a very, very good. Well, let's see. Good game the other night that we'll discuss in the fourth quarter of Did You Click It segment. But so no, other than that, man.
Any other injuries? Anything else? I don't think I had anything else really.
There's been some minor injuries, but nothing. I mean, everyone's going to get hurt a little bit. Like Nerlens Noel had a concussion the other night.
Oh, that part, yeah. That's news you can use.
Yeah, he's playing pretty well. He was playing pretty well for them, but
Wiggins tried to get to the rim and elbowed him inadvertently into the side of the head, or he got hit in the head and then fell and hit his head again.
Yeah, it was like a ricochet. He got hit in the front and the back when they carted him off.
Yeah.
Taped up pretty well on that mobile stretcher that they roll these days. Not so much a carry, of course, but so yeah, I haven't heard any news from them on him.
Mm-hmm.
But because he's playing pretty well, I'm sure the OKC team is and fans are hoping that he has a speedy recovery. And it's because he's a human being, you should want him to have a speedy
Sure.
But with that said,
some people are not decent human beings or human at all. Rumor has it the Blazers, the Pelicans, and the Sixers are interested in Jeremy Lin of the Atlanta Hawks, trying to get their hands on Jeremy Lin for a little insanity. Do you think he would help any of those teams that much that they should be trying to get him?
You said the Sixers and who else?
The Sixers, the Trailblazers, and the Pelicans. I think he helps all of them, really.
I think he helps the Pelicans because the other two teams, in my opinion, are guard heavy. So, he eat up minutes from someone else. I mean, the guards that they have play well.
Well, back up. Yeah, off the bench.
Yeah, they have a lot of guards. Philly has a lot of guards that come off the bench. A lot of guards.
Well, I was thinking more Blazers, but yeah, I feel you with Sixers, but
right.
They'd obviously be giving up for guard to get that guy, I would imagine, in trade talks.
So now you're talking about chemistry. But we'll see. We'll see. If it happens, we won't speculate because we're running late in the quarter. All right, that's the third quarter.
All right.